like played End of the Road by Boyz II Men, and then he would play Remember the Time, and we would have had like the triumphant end, but it didn't end because he didn't come back and he couldn't get back on the feed. So a little anticlimactic on the end, but I thought Face, people forget, and it's just like, Face's stuff is, obviously Teddy shit is more hip hop and dance, and Face's shit is more smooth and ballady stuff, but those records are powerful records, man. I think it educated a lot of people that may not know the range of his content. And that was his advantage, that, he's almost getting some stuff off of stuff that he wrote for Bobby Brown, that has a little more swagger than Babyface would present the content. You know what I mean?
I think we learned something from this. Yeah. I think we learned that as a creator, don't overthink. Like what he was trying to do, like bringing out the guitar and the big production, that's what the labels do. Yeah. That's exactly what the labels do.
And it didn't work for them. Yeah.
They confuse everything. Yeah. A lot of times. You know what I mean? Like, they have to realize that all they're doing is playing songs. The heavy lifting been done. All you got to do is go to the studio and just play songs. But to somebody so great, that almost just sounds too easy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
right?
Like, I feel like he's trying to figure out ways to challenge himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But hip hop sometimes is just about easy work. You know what I mean? Like the hard part was coming up with those songs and getting them to resonate with the world. Yeah. They did that already.
Yeah. I did go to Premier RZA. I enjoyed Premier RZA, but I felt, obviously, I think even you said it, like, obviously there's no loser in this, right? Like, the winner is us. Like, we never thought we'd even see this. Like, this is amazing. Like, if you love hip hop, you love RZA, you love Preem. But I felt it was almost too respectful, and like nobody went for the jugular, and that allowed RZA to me win, because RZA was, it didn't hurt him that he's so in his woo bag, that's his thing. And I thought Premier played some personal favorites and didn't really play like I think he even played Mass Appeal after the 20 songs. Like, he didn't get as strategic as I thought he would. And he has a lot of respect for RZA, and I think he didn't Preem him.
I think I know Preem pretty well. I mean, I didn't talk to him about this. I'm just gonna assume. Yeah. I don't think he was battling.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think he was battling, because if he was battling, he would have been a little more prepared. I think he just know he got a bunch of shit in his computer and on his hard drive.
I think he played personal favorites. Like, he played the MOP shit that he loves the most, than maybe the MOP one that the audience would know more. You know what I mean? Like, I think he made choices in that way of like what it was.
Let me tell you something. He played Boom against incarcerated Scarfaces.
Woo! That's a hip hop highlight right there, huh?
No, it wasn't a hip hop highlight for me. Man, that shit was like, I was like, bro, I was over here screaming at my phone, like, what?
Oh, you was
no, please don't do this to me. I'm dying.
Yo, you want me to get my braggadocious?
Huh?
Want me to get my braggadocious on real quick? Mm-hmm. When Raekwon says as soon to get an article in Rap Page, I wrote that article. And it was an article on Jizza, because we knew Liquid Swords was dope, but then we got the Advanced Cuban link, and then it became a Jizza Raekwon joint feature. So that's why he was excited about it. He called it Rap Page instead of Rap Pages. But it's like, I have to remind myself, like, I really did write that. Like, I was like that. I got this, and I did this in some records, but it's like, I think the Lucchini This Is It remix, the remix, nobody remembers. They dissed me because I gave them like 3 mics, which was wrong. But yeah, I love it. Incarcerated Scarface, like, is just, and all the Cuban Link albums. Like, I can't believe, like, you know how it is, like, when you're young and you like the shit you love, and you just think this is the most. You're 24 and you hear this is somebody who loves the culture, and you're like, this is the greatest thing, and then it really ends up, time allows it to be that, and it really is like.
How long were you the one doing the mic system, the mic rating system?
From 90s, from 96, December 96 to September 98. When I left, I never gave nobody, the only person I gave 5 mics was Life After Death. And they wrote letters, people that were Pac fans and hated Biggie wrote letters to me like, get off dead niggas' dicks, blah, blah, mad that I gave Life After Death 5 mics. and then nobody else got 5. But then when I left, as soon as I left, Outkast got 5. The issue after I left.
So and which album was that? Was that Aquemini?
What was the one? 98. What was 98? Was it Aquemini? Wait, let me look it up real quick. Let's get it right.
Southern.
No, it wasn't Southern Cal. Either the second one or the third one. Aquemini. It was Aquemini.
Aquemini, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great album. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's 5 mics. That's 5
But
mics.
yeah, but going back to you were saying like, yeah, Boom is the classic, obviously, but going against Incarcerated Scarface, like, oh shit. Like, could you imagine?
You got different kinds of classics, man. You know, you got you got your classic MC records.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got your classics that'll ring off at the Ebony Showcase. You know what I mean? Then you got classics that's just classics, like, you know, that's been performed a million times, you know, all around the globe as part of a movement and a part of a classic album. You know what I mean?
Whew.
I can't compete with that.
I love the other thing you always say too, like, because our battles also show, like, you're playing these records. It's not nothing about these records chart position. Some of them may not even have been official singles, right? Like, no one's hearing "Can We Talk" Tevin Campbell and being like, "Yeah, I remember when I went #1," like, or it was #1 7 weeks. Like, it's just "Can We Talk," and it's fucking amazing. Like,
right, exactly, because there's plenty of songs. There's plenty of songs that charted real high that they don't feel like nothing when you cut them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, really not a lot of memories, and if you do, it's just some memories or whatever was going on at that time.
Yeah,
you know, some dated memory where it's just like, oh man, I can't believe we used to like that. You know, like when I see like footage of us in the big tall white tees in the real big baggy pants, like, God, I can't believe we look like that. I had rhinestone do-rag, you know, do-rags. Strings hanging all down everywhere, just, you know what I'm saying?
See, but Rhinestone Do-Rag, but what lucked out you in the future is that Rhinestone Do-Rag is a dope title for a song, so it worked out.
I turned all my negatives into a positive, bro. All of them. I was marking them down on the list.
I see that the talk where you talked to the young rapper, the 11-minute joint. You had said on your clip you showed, you said, when you was with Slaughterhouse, you was worried about getting the best verse on the song. And that's when you kind of got over that whole mentality of like, I have to have the best verse, blah, blah. And then you said, you know what I learned? And it got cut off. Like, well, I didn't know where you were still going with that. Like, what did you mean when you were saying, if you remember, like, about not worrying as much about the art? And it really took up until even Slaughterhouse for you not to worry about the whole rapper thing of like, I got to murder everybody on this track. No one can have a better verse than me.
Yeah, I mean, I learned, I think what I was about to say in that clip is I learned that I wasn't as good as I thought I was. And I think that's an important thing for artists to learn at some point. You know what I mean? I mean, if you're a competitive, like, you know, full contact MC lyricist, you know, like, it starts here. So you're supposed to think, you know, you God's gift to the pen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you get there's always going to be somebody that you're going to go around. You're going to be in the studio.
There's other monsters.
Yeah, you're not going to feel like, you know, you're not going to feel like that guy. Not in the studio with Joel and Crook. Hell no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and before that point, all the way up to that point, I hadn't did a lot of collaborating really. You know what I mean? Like I was like a self-contained unit. You know what I'm saying? So like just getting in there with them, realizing that it's not possible for me to have the best verse on every song.
Yeah.
Once I came to terms with that, it was okay to me because I knew no need for me to jump up and down over shit that I can't control. And plus, it was like songs that we did that I thought I may have had the best verse, and then, you know, you look at the comments and you never know what people are gonna like.
Yeah,
it just becomes so subjective, and that's kind of like what made the group special. You know what I'm saying? So, I developed like a different kind of a relationship with the music in Slaughterhouse because I kind of started taking on the role of like, I guess, seeing the song all the way through. So I would never just lay a verse and then detach. It was always like I lay a verse, but then I have a relationship with everybody's verse because I'm the one like doing the drops. I'm the one, you know, kind of like overseeing the mixes, you know, the technical stuff. technical stuff that everybody don't feel like doing all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I personally, I like doing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So just having that kind of relationship with their verses and realizing that, like, there's a such thing as over rapping. You know what I mean? If it's too much over rapping on the song, then it ruins the song.
Yeah.
So I just started having more of a I became more drawn to just completing songs with them.
Yeah.
Because we show like extremely quick that we can rap together.
I think it reminds me of going back to Wu. It reminds me, when observing Wu in the early years, I thought it was crazy how they wrote all their own rhymes, but they really learned each other's rhymes and were very proud of the other one's rhymes. Like, I mean, ODB had helped have his rhymes written. Jizza would help him write some rhymes, but like most guys wrote all their shit. But Method would know every Raekwon. They would know each other's verses like verbatim. It could spit them if they had to, like, in a real passion. I'm proud of my guy's 16, and I know that verse. You know,
I would know. I knew more Crooked's verses than he knew. we'd be on stage, and he'll rap like a couple words, and I just finish the line. He'll be looking at me every time. Like, what's the next line? I used to know everybody's. I knew everybody's verse. Yeah, I was the same way with Marshall too. Like when we record, I don't know what it is, man. Because I guess it's because I'm a fan first. Yeah, and that never really changes when you're in the studio with people. You know what I mean? If you're blessed, sorry to cut you off. If you're blessed enough to be in the studio with somebody that you're actually a fan of, and you're not just like in there because, you know, you kind of like, you know, what value do we bring to the song? How many followers you got?
How much I'm getting paid for this feature?
Yeah, I got 8 million followers. You got 8 million followers. So if we do this song, then that means 16 million people gonna probably download this. Oh, you gotta love it.
But the other great thing I think that you did that a lot of artists are struggling with now is like with quarantine. I have ideas. How do I express it? How do I record? Most artists aren't self-sufficient, don't have a studio access, don't even have a home studio, don't own a studio. Like, talk about that and the importance. And I think it's probably been even more, you know, impactful. And if other people are really observing that, you have Heaven Studios. You have a place that you can continue to work. That's yours.
Yeah. I mean, it's with every artist, anybody who's listening that's an artist, one thing that you're going to learn, the more things you can do yourself, the better. I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like, I was forced to learn how to record my own vocals. I'm still not that good at it, but I was forced to do it because I couldn't find an engineer that could work on the same schedule that I like working. I like working really, really late at night. And for whatever reason, people come in and they go, yeah, man, I can stay up too, man. It's just how do you here?
Not at the border, like 3 a.m., you're like, my man.
After one session, you never hear from them again. You know what I mean? So I'm I can get way more done, a lot more efficiently, just doing it myself. That's everything. That's making beats, recording your own vocals. Listen, if you can learn law, be your own lawyer, be your own everything. You know what I mean? Because nobody's gonna get the shit done like you. You know what I mean? So that's one of the jewels of this whole quarantine thing. Like, we actually got time to like learn some things. You know, so my nigga Crooked got like a new setup at his crib. So I've been talking to him, kind of trying to give him some pointers on how to cut vocals. So he's just learning that for the first time. So it's fun to watch people, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun to watch people learn the shit. Yeah. And then like, once he gets good at it, he's probably never gonna go back to an engineer because it's Crooked. You know, like if he gets as good as that as he is writing raps, then what purpose does he have to call somebody to get some shit done? You know what I mean? Especially if he could catch a vibe at the crib. You know, like, that's my biggest problem. Yeah. That's my biggest problem. I can't catch a vibe at the crib because my daughters don't respect me. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta actually come here to get shit done. Yeah, I can't tell my babies, leave me alone.
I think that's what's crazy about it too. It's like just the way it's like, I mean, even if you look at the Jay Electronica's album, it finally happens because he kind of has a fresh start, right? And has other ideas, but he's in Jay's crib, really, in a sense, right? Like, he's working with Jay's in a home studio situation, you know, comfortable. And like, then that creativity could just happen because the person has the access. They finally feel comfortable. There's something in their head, and they're finally getting up the courage or belief to get it out and to share. And then we thought we never see it. You know,
no distractions. And Jay Elliott, you just got to catch him. You got to catch him when he's ready. You know what I mean? Like he had a body of work that he felt good about. Release that shit. I don't care what it sounds like, because you just gotta get something out on him, man, just so he can kind of get the feel of how it feels to actually release an album, deal with some criticism, and understand that, you know, like you don't have to deliver detox, bro. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just give us something, and then keep building upon that. Yeah.
So I see, before we get out of here, every once in a while you be kicking these throwaway bars, man. My throne's on an island I own and only I inhabit and all that type of stuff, man. So are you focused on, are you making music in terms of figuring out, maybe, I know you wanted to do more production, maybe for an outside force. Do you feel like, you know, what you're sort of trying to figure out what the next move's going to be musically?
I'm just making adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't expect to be back in the studio this soon, because I was supposed to go on tour. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, if you want me to keep it all the way buck, like I've written a lot of stuff, but I haven't actually recorded it, man. I can't get my vocal to sound right recording it right now for some reason. And I'm hella distracted, you know, like with the whole Corona thing, with my dad catching it, like with how hard it hit Detroit, and just how active everybody is online. That's a kind of a distraction. And yeah, man, like last night I made a couple beats. That was my first time since the whole quarantine. But I never force it, you know what I mean? Like I don't really trip over shit like that, you know what I mean? But I haven't really been doing, this is the longest I've been here. Yeah. Because I've stayed here months before, but I think this is the longest that I've been here, and this is the least that I've done for the amount of time. Because normally I'm doing something every single day when I'm in here. Yeah. Now it's just like, I don't like to just do shit if I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah. You know what I mean? So absolutely. We'll figure it out. No doubt.
And your pop, they were asking in the comments, your pop is recovering.
He good. But I mean, he lost like 20 pounds. You know what I mean? So it definitely tried to break him down. It tried to break him down, but you know, my father, he built for it.
You know, he's a strong man.
Yeah, he built for it. So he hit about 80. He hit about 80% now. You know what I mean? He got his appetite back. He up moving around. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more worried about my mom, just making sure that she takes all the precautionary measures to make sure she don't catch it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, cool. It's cool.
Absolutely. We get past it. I appreciate you, brother, man. You know, I just wanted to check in on you, man. I feel like a lot's changed since the Rap Radar podcast, man. I just wanted to
the whole world stopped, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right? Crazy. That's the power of a Royce interview, man. It lives on, man. I can't even follow that up.
Crazy. I hope I ain't wish this on us.
Nah.
I feel like what we're living right now is the allegory of the cave, man. The allegory of the cave theory. We're in it. We're actually living in it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's telling.
Yeah.
Very
telling. The key is to come out stronger. We got to focus on that and do it. You know?
Yeah, you know. I'm seeing a lot of people fold. I'm seeing a lot of people crack, which is to be expected. Yeah. But you know.
But you got a fresh shave. You said, fuck that. I met LL. I talked to LL. I'm getting to LL right now. You know what I
mean? Nope. Nothing like that.
I'm struggling, Royce. Come on, man.
I tried to line it up. Messed it up. That's why I got chicken butt face right now. Shit is crazy. I got to get out of here. This looks terrible.
Young MC, Royce the 5'9". Thank you, Royce. Appreciate you, brother. You and the fam.
Peace.